Azimio coalition, being led by Raila Odinga, is planning to thwart UDA's plan to to extend presidential term limit, okay, to replace the term limit with age. Yesterday, Fafi constituency MP Yakub came out and said that they are planning, to make it possible for someone who is, so long as you are under 75 years, you can rule this nation for as long as possible, so long as you're not over 75. And of course, Kenyans saw this as a motive, as a move by Ruto to extend his power, okay? Because people thought that Ruto wants to rule for 20 years, because right now it's 55 years. So by the time he reaches 75 years, he will have ruled for 20 years. So this was met with, brutal rejection. And actually, Azimio is planning to fight back. How is Azimio planning to fight back? Guys, before we go on, take a time, of course. This is my greetings. And of course, if you have not subscribed, take a time, subscribe, so that we'll be meeting here every time you have these amazing political updates. So, now, remember very well, there's a time Uhuru Kenyatta came out and said to Kenyans that he would want, Kenya to have presidents from all communities. Like, for example, if right now a president comes from Nyanza, from Central, next round it goes to Nyanza, the other round to Western, as in a president who is rotational. Not just because he was saying that ever since independence, only two communities have ruled this nation. Start with Jomo Kenyatta, of course. Then it went to Jomo Kenyatta from Central, like Kikuyu. Then it went to Moi, from Rift Valley, Kalenjin. Then to Kibaki, Kikuyu from Central also. Then to Uhuru Kenyatta, of course, Central. And of course, right now it's Ruto. So Uhuru was against this. He was saying that Kenya is made up of so many communities. And of course, these other communities should be given equal chance, equal opportunities, okay, of leading this nation. So, yesterday, Budalangi MP came out. Raphael Wanjala, Budalangi MP, has just said that Azimio is planning to make it a law whereby presidency is rotational, okay, not from two communities only. This is an attempt to thwart UDA's plan. Okay, they are saying that Kenya should be allowed, every community, every region should be allowed to produce its president. Okay, for example, right now Ruto is the president. So next time, someone should come from a president should come from a different community that has not led this nation. So that's Azimio's proposal, like a rotational presidency. That's what they want. So of course they want to thwart, because they know very well whatever Yakub said yesterday, that they want to replace term limit with age. Okay, for example, right now you can only rule for two terms. That's 10 years. Every term 5 years. This was this was passed in the year 1992, the section 2A of the Constitution. And of course, right now, this is what has been happening. Kibaki ruled for 10 years, Uhuru ruled for 10 years. But whatever Fafi MP said yesterday brought commotion in Kenya. People are like, Ruto is trying to change the constitution. He wants to rule for 20 years. That's what people have been saying. Because you say that you want, like you're saying the maximum age limit is 75 years. So it means that you are trying to lock also other people out. For example, Raila Odinga is now 77. That means that the next general election will be 82. So it means that he won't be eligible to vie come 2027. So this is a plot maybe by UDAs to lock out Uhuru Kenyatta and to extend Ruto's presidency. So this was met with brutal rejection. And actually, Azimio is planning to fight back. They are planning to force, to make it a law that Kenya becomes under rotational presidency. Like, if you are a Kalenjin, you have led this nation, you are the current president right now. For example, right now, a Kalenjin is the president, Ruto is a Kalenjin, of course. And so the law will require that next time, maybe someone from maybe Nyanza or Western should be allowed to be the president, so that this, of course, this is to to stop tribalism, okay? Of course, to curb violence, because many times people have been fighting. People have been saying that, for example, the Luo community, Nyanza people, have been fighting, other communities, because they are feeling that they have the right also to rule. So, by proposing this law, the main aim is to to curb violence, of course, to deal with these issues that that matters tribalism. Of course, the same way Uhuru championed for. Uhuru was championing for a rotational presidency. That's why he was supporting Raila Odinga, a Luo, to rule, because he saw it that ever since independence, only 2 tribes have led this nation. Okay, for over 60 years, only 2 tribes have been ruling this nation. So Uhuru wanted a different person from a different political community to be given a chance, but of course he was not lucky to. His wishes were not did not happen. Like Raila did not win the election. That's the reality. He was not the president. Right now, the president is Ruto. So that's that. So Azimio is planning to thwart Ruto's plan. And actually, Kenya is yet to see a political showdown in the parliament. Okay, and of course, I don't think Kenyans will accept Ruto's offer. Okay, or Ruto's proposal of replacing term limit with age. Kenyans cannot accept that, because it's like you want to rule forever for 20 years, and that's not possible. Okay, Kenya is a democratic nation, so Kenya is not like Uganda. Uganda Museveni has been there for over 30 years, but Kenya is a different nation. I don't think it will be possible for such a law to be imposed on Kenyans. I don't think so. So that's what's happening. And of course, tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think this law, do you think term limit should be replaced with age? Do you think so? That someone who is over 75 cannot vie, but as long as you are under 75, you can be, you can rule for as long as possible, so long as you have not reached 75 years. Tell me in the comment section. Do you think Azimio will be able to thwart this plan that's being planned by UDA? Tell me. And of course, before you leave wherever you are, take a time, subscribe. Let's meet here next time. You have the amazing updates.